What is up, guys? The Allfather here, today bringing you a video that should hopefully help in some clan war scenarios. Kind of caught us off guard in this one, but eventually we adjusted, figured out, and that is dealing with dead zone bases. And as far as our clan, we're not familiar with those a whole lot, don't use them a whole lot, learning to use them. But we ran into Green Seers here again for a rematch, and they were running a lot of dead zone bases, and it took us a little bit of time to kind of adjust and get those figured out. So I wanted to share this video with you today as far as dealing with dead zones. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the 3-star attacks against these dead zone style bases and see what the mechanics are and if there's anything different that we need to consider when dealing with dead zones than with dealing with a traditional anti-2-star or anti-3-star base with maybe queen and offset, air defenses, Tesla farms, those kind of things. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first base here and see what we can learn. Alright, so the first dead zone base we're going to look at here is this one. And the one thing now, depending on how it's set up, obviously the nice thing about these dead zone bases is usually that dead zone base, or that dead zone, is in the middle. Somewhere in the middle, which means your typical anti-3-star centralized hero thing isn't going on. And so, as in the case with this bases, we do have a lurable clan castle and accessible heroes. So that's going to be a little bit of the difference there. You see a single hog accomplishes a lure. We've got a baby Valk Wiz combination in the clan castle. And so we're going to be able to deal with this clan castle pretty easily and go right at the heroes. You see double poison's going to go down back end with the wizards. And that is going to go ahead and take that down pretty quickly. He's going with the Shattered Golem approach, creating a standard whiz funnel, entering in at the corner there with the kill squad to go after the heroes. Queen is latched onto the golem, so she's distracted. Obviously, the other golem is distracting the king. So we've got two golems distracting the heroes. They go down pretty quick. Now we've got Valks going in there. Jump spell is going to go ahead and access that first push into the two compartments there. I do believe we have a Tesla in the core. But the idea with these dead zone bases is they're getting your pathing off, and they're pushing everything around in a circle, and ideally they don't make it to the core. But you see here that jump spell accesses all three. He gets in there. There is that Tesla in the core, but the Valks are in there. They're going to go ahead and wreck that pretty quick and move towards the top. And we do have a Tesla farm, and actually it's an everything farm. Teslas, Expos, Wiz Towers. But just throwing that heal spell in there at the right time with the hogs is going to keep them up, and as long as they're under the heal spell, he's even got the skellies in there, knowing that we're going to try to get hogs in there. And so ideally, if you can throw a poison spell down there too, that'll work out nicely. He's also got the flip traps there. But you see, with enough hogs, he does go ahead and take out a majority of that, and except for that one Tesla, but he's still got his golem there, tanking that last Tesla. And so it's not a terrible base design, but there's some things you have to sacrifice with this base design. You see, sacrifice double giant bombs. He's got 4 single locations. And he also obviously sacrifices heroes in a centralized clan castle to make this base design work as far as the dead zone. So kind of with every base combination, you give and take, and if you give up one part of a base design to get another, you may be opening yourself up to a weakness against another attack. So nice job there with just basically a simple Shattered Govaho against that dead zone style base. Alright, and then here we have another dead zone style base. Not exactly the same as the other one, but you see there's a big moat there between the queen, the high concentration of DPS there, and the clan or the town hall, and it's surrounded by all the high hit point buildings such as the storages. This one we do have a centralized clan castle, but as far as the concentration of defense, most of the defenses are surrounding around the outside, and so we'll see here that he's going to start with a queen walk and sort of clear a funnel on one edge, and most likely going to be attacking here into that main compartment. So that accomplishes a few things. You're dealing with that high level queen. There he's cutting the other side of the funnel with a golem on the other side, and then he's just going to bring his Valk straight into that main area there. 3 wall breakers come in unmolested, and Valks are going to waste this high, concentration of buildings pretty quick, especially under that rage spell. See, everything goes down quick. So that was kind of the big area there of concentration that needed to be dealt with first. And he's going to jump everything over here while the golem's tanking. pre-poisons everything. Unfortunately, the troops don't path quite the right way, so make sure you know which way they're going before you poison. But he's going to have a wizard jump the wall here and take down that loon. It ends up working out. And so he's got everything working together on the one side, his queen being healed by 3 healers, I believe, on the other side, and she's only being targeted by 1 defense at a time. And so the split ends up working out great. The fact that the bases are kind of designed to push everything around the outside actually works in his favor on this attack. And now he's got his golem up the middle, and that is just a perfect scenario because the golem is tanking for all those defenses that are on the outside. See, the Valks are tripping giant bombs, and again we see a lot of single giant bomb locations here. And so with these dead zone bases, it seems like people are sacrificing double giant bombs anti-hog in return for, I guess, trying to go anti-Valk or anti-Queen Walk. I'm not really sure what the idea is there as far as the dead zone and how they're setting them up here. But as you can see, what it does is with that dead zone there is a double giant bomb there. So it kind of gives you a buffer zone there where you're not going to be getting things targeted. So that's one of the weaknesses of these buffer zone, these dead zone bases. All right, another one here, not necessarily a dead zone base in the truest sense of it, but you can see there are some elements to it in that where the town hall is and the clan castle and the storage, there isn't really any DPS in there. A couple sweepers, I'm not sure if there's Teslas, but for the most part the defenses are not in there. And then you've got this little section up here with some pegged walls that also creates a buffer zone there. And so for all intents and purposes, the design is relatively similar to what we've been seeing. We've got the queen up there protected by a bunch of DPS defense buildings and protected by storages. So same general design concept here. And in this one, it looks like we're going to see some sort of a Govaho. And so we'll go ahead and take a look at this attack and see maybe another vulnerability of these bases. So again, when you have all those DPS and the queen and the storages together, you're going to be looking Valks. I mean, that should be just an automatic at this point in the game. We see some goblins in the clan castle, and again, he gave up the ability to lure the clan castle, which is not an anti-3-star meta. So he does give that up. We've got mostly ground troops in the CC, and so we see Tigerhawk here bringing a baby dragon, which is going to be able to pretty easily deal with that CC combination there. Doesn't quite get him down in time, so we got a couple Valks left to deal with. Giant's going to go ahead and kind of get their attention back end with wizards, and so not the most effective clan castle way to deal with the clan castle, but drops inventory Valk there. That has a little more hit points, whatever. Kind of realizes that the clan castle kill is not going so well, so drops the golem and the DPS behind him to go ahead and finish off those Valks. So not a big problem there. Creates a funnel there with the wizards, drops the Valks, and again, the Valks are what are going to deal with these heavy concentration areas. That jump spell there may not have accessed the core, not sure, but definitely will get them into that one compartment. Heal everything up, whatever lives through all the flip traps and everything. And it looks like there was another goblin in the castle that didn't trip originally. I'm not sure how that works. But that gets the majority of the defense. There is some Teslas in the core. And but you see a lot of the defenses have been taken out. The hogs come in from the side and work together. Again, same combination that we have, same scenario as previous attacks, as we got that golem into the middle. And so now he's going to walk and attract the attention of a lot of defenses, tanking for the Valks, the wizards coming behind with the range, and hogs just sniping surgically the outside defenses. And so a little bit of a variation on a theme, but things kind of work roughly the same way with these dead zone bases, and especially when you have a lot of these defenses on the outside. Nice thing there, we have some Valks tripping the giant bomb before the hogs get there, and the hogs stay alive with pretty full health. Defenses are distracted and they stay alive, so there's a good 6 or 7 hogs left. We still have a golem that hasn't busted. Wizards are running around cleanup, still have about 4 Valks, I think. BK's alive pretty much, and it's just a matter of going into cleanup mode. So again, see these kind of some similar things with these dead zone style bases or these spread out bases, as far as just kind of attacking each section of it a little bit differently, and especially with those Valks in those high density compartments. And another dead zone base here. This one does have more of a centralized clan castle in here. It looks like we're just going to go with a Shattered Goho attack here. So Shattered Goho, he's going to obviously go right at the queen. Going to have to do that. Don't want the hogs having to deal with the queen still being up. And so he does send his golems there. They unfortunately kind of clump together. But he's got the queen there, I think, on the other side of the wall. That's going to be handy. Drops his BK. Want to get that BK in a little quicker to hopefully deal with the queen, but she is lashed onto golems, and so that works out. Actually gets taken out by wizards, so the BK doesn't have to deal with her. But he's going to clear this heavy concentration area with his kill squad and deal with the clan castle troops, obviously, with the double poison. Kind of gives them a trail, knowing that they're going to trail through that double poison. And does not use the heal there, so he is giving up a few troops there to that clan castle, but with that poison, they're so slowed down that the golems are still alive. There's still a few whiz in there. BK did go down, but the queen's up. And so from here, he's got that jump spell, which is going to get him into the core. That's going to help tank all of these Teslas. And usually in these dead zone bases, they'll either be completely dead or you'll have Teslas in there. Obviously, because we can't see Teslas, they are hidden. And so a little bit of an element of surprise there as far as if there's Teslas in there. But you can see he can work his hogs around the outside here. The kill squad and the golems get in there and trip that double giant bomb that's in there on the Teslas. Obviously also tend to see flip traps around the Teslas because, again, those are just all traps. They're called traps for a reason. You can't see them. Another giant bomb there, and it was actually a double, but it wasn't set up correctly for the hogs to come in from that angle. It was set up for them to come in from the southeast side, and since they came in kind of from the southwest, they only tripped them one at a time. Double giant bomb is ineffective there, and the heal spell is waiting while the hogs are dealing with the skellies. And he's got his wizards and his archers for backup. Drops those on the back side where his hogs are not, so that they clean up the back side while the hogs deal quickly with those other buildings. And from there, it's just a matter of cleaning up the trash for the 3-star. So again, just giving you different ideas on how to handle these dead zone style bases. That'll do it for this review of dealing with dead zones. Hopefully it was a help to you. As far as recommendation, they can work, they cannot work. It just kind of depends on your preference. Personally, I don't like anything that gives up the anti-3-star design as far as the unlurable clan castle and those kind of things. But if you're having trouble with a base design, take a look at some of these, whether it's your defensive base and you want to revamp your base, or whether you're going against a clan that has a bunch of dead zone style bases and you want to know some tactics and effective tools to beat it. Either way. So thanks for watching. This is the Allfather. Make sure to subscribe, share the video, like, comment below, and we will see you next time. Again, thank you for watching.